Hello, hello. So I started stream, and OBS decided to like freak out. It reset my Twitch because I reset my password, so that's on me. That's my fault. But OBS like freaked out, and my chat looks like a little tiny sliver. And if I try and expand it, it just fills it with a white box instead of actually like being a chat. So we're working a little bit janky today. I have my chat pulled up from my web browser. My OBS is set up in a super weird way. Blender's having to sit in a different mode than it normally is, so things be a little nutty today. But I think once we get past the growing pains here in the first couple of minutes, we'll be fine. So let's not stress it too much. What we really want to talk about is what are we doing today? Today I am here to make some bonsai trees. Today's theme is knot, and what is more knotted than a bonsai tree? I don't want actual answers to that because there is an obvious answer, and I don't take low-hanging fruit around here. So yeah, we're gonna make a bonsai tree. That's the goal. That's all we're up to today. It sounds easy. No, it doesn't. It sounds super hard. So I'm gonna throw music back on, and we're gonna get into it. I also forgot to do the lighting on my camera, which I might take a moment to do here in just a moment, but we'll see. Kind of a haphazard stream. I started today, and I was just like, what is going on? I started setting up stream at 1:40, and it took 20 minutes to get where we are now. But it is what it is. Okay, so, bonsai tree. Let's go ahead and move these guys on over, and let's get into it. So, when I think of a bonsai tree, I'm thinking we're going to have to sculpt a lot of this. This is a big, giant sculpt. So why don't we start with just this little bowl down here? I think the bowl is going to be a big part of this. And I have a bowl sitting in my backyard that I am a big fan of, so I think we're going to try and base it off of that. But otherwise, it is just business as usual around here. How is everybody today? How are you all doing? Is everyone holding up? Alright, we're going to apply some scale. We're going to come down to here. Shrink that guy in just a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and apply scale one more time before we do a bevel. If I'm a little bit sniffly, it's just because I was petting my cat. I refuse to be sick again. There's your stream sneeze. Definitely not sick. I refuse to be sick at this point. After all we've been through, I refuse to be sick. Okay, there we go. There's a little bowl, and we'll get into it. So I'm going to pop all this on down. We really don't need that much down here. We're just going to be bisecting things anyway, so as long as it looks okay from like a scooped perspective, I think it doesn't matter that much. So let's bring this guy out. We're going to do it just like that. And I am going to apply scale again for the 1000th time. We're going to do that a bunch today. And we just need it to be really subtle. Nothing here is going to matter too much. Okay, so. Now the rim. This is the part that you're going to see the most. This is the part that matters the most. Hey, what's up, Junie? We got little sleepy Junie here today. Junie with the grandma energy. Okay, that's a decent enough looking bowl for me. I can stand with this. Do I want to give it little feet? Do we give it little feet? I think the answer is probably yes, because it has to have a drainage point. I don't think it would be a good pot without it. So let's give it little balls to stand on. How do I want to do this? This seems impossible. This is where other 3D modelers would say just graft something onto this, but I really hate grafting. It's really not my energy. You know what? I got a better idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of these. We're going to extrude down to make ourselves a little bit of a lip. I'm going to go ahead and bring these guys in just like that. Actually, don't do that yet. Let me come back a little bit. All right, so what I actually want to do is find a point of rotation with 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I did my math correctly. I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way around. Nope, I did not do my math correctly. What am I missing? Why is that not perfect? Oh, it's because I didn't do 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now we're perfect. Easy peasy. All right, so that is going to be our little legs that we're going to stand on. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and do it. Okay. That should be just fine. I don't love all of this cross-sectioning. Like, this could easily just be a line straight across. I don't think there's really a need for it to be like that. And now I'm questioning, how will I fix it? How would I fix this? You know what? I know exactly how we want to fix this. We want to switch to edge and get rid of these edges. And that should solve the problem right away. No reason to make extra geometry if we don't need it, especially if it looks a little ugly. So I'll just do a little bit of this. And I should also apply scale before I do it so we can get something nice. Then we're done. And then we're done. Look at that. Beautiful little legs. Beautiful little legs. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Okay. What's better than this? Guys being dudes. We're going to do a little 45 just to keep our angles kind of tight on here. In fact, I'll go full on 60 because why not? We got ourselves a pot. Now, if I were being crazy, I would put a little dot in the center, but unless I'm flipping this thing upside down, you'll never see it, so that ain't me. I'm not worrying about it. Problem is, I got to fill this thing with grass eventually, but we're not going to do that right now. So, let's focus on the bonsai tree. Okay, so I thought about making the bonsai tree, and I got sort of like deep into the process saying, this is what I want to actually be doing. And then I realized I had to put leaves on it. And the leaves are intimidating. Because you're looking at this and you're like, oh yeah, it's a trunk and it's like spiraling and it's such a cool little design. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. And you look at this and you're like, whoa, how on earth am I supposed to do that? So color me just a little spooked about how to do this one. So we're going to start easy and just get crazier and crazier and crazier. There's no reason to think big picture yet. The more big picture we think, the more freaked out we're going to be. So I'm going to not do that. Okay, so that is roughly good for me. I might add some little tendrils first, but let's just do the original shape first. Okay, so we're here. Boom. It shrinks drastically on its first little bit. We're going to be doing a lot of weird rotating to get this guy to work, but I think it'll work pretty fast. Okay, so what is the shape that I'm going for? I don't really understand bonsai trees. Like, I get that people bind them and they ask them to grow in very specific ways, but I don't really get, like, what's up with bonsai trees. They seem pretty strange to me. Hey, what's up, CQDK? I kind of feel like bonsai trees... Okay, this might be, like, the world that, you know, liberals want or whatever, but I kind of feel like bonsai trees are, like, 100 years away from people being like, wait, that's cruel. We should not be doing that. I don't know. Will the world ever care about, like, if trees get hurt or not? I don't know. Do I care if trees get hurt or not? I don't know. I've pruned trees before. It was for their health, so I suppose I had good intentions, but will people ever care if trees are, like, being hurt by them? I don't know. It's a weird thing to think about. Bonsai trees look cool? I agree. I do love a bonsai tree. I'm not trying to outlaw bonsai trees. I'm not that nuts, but it is a curiosity, isn't it? It's a weird little thing to think, like, why do we do this? All right, the rest of this I'm going to do with little wispy bits. Little whispers are going to be the rhythm of this one. So let's go ahead and apply scale. Dare I just copy this? It's not much to look at, but I'll copy it just in case. I feel like I got sick like 2 weeks ago, and it just never went away. Like, I feel fine. I went out and I took a jog yesterday. I have been running around, cooking, cleaning, doing everything that I normally do. But, I don't know. It just won't go away. Just sniffles. Is Paco here? Paco hasn't talked yet. If they are. Why is that? You guys are real buds. Are you guys new buds? It feels like you just met, but it also feels like you've known each other forever. Okay, so we got some lines here. Oh, Paco's here. Y'all just hanging out. Okay, so let's get into this. So the goal is just to make something. So what I want to do is really round out everything. Round out, and then we're going to make little, like, bits. You guys have been friends for, like, 4 years? I vaguely remember you saying, CQDK, that you didn't have friends. That might have been my fabrication of my own memory, but if you guys are this close, I think you got a good friend indeed. I don't know why I'm quoting Toy Story, but 3 3/4. Okay, well, that's how I know you're actually young, because there's a point where you reach a certain age where you stop counting in halves or fourths or anything like that. You just can't care about that stuff anymore at a certain age. I worked at a retirement home for a long time. I loved it. It was a very lovely place. You learn a lot talking to people who are basically quote-unquote done with life. You learn a lot from people like that. And the people that I talked to, it was very all over the place. When you become that old, I think you kind of go back a little bit. You become like a child again. And it was very common for people in the retirement home to be like, I am 84 and a half. And you're like, oh, we're doing halves again. Cool. I think retirement homes really, I mean, good retirement homes, I should say, because retirement homes can be bleak and scary and not lovely places. But good retirement homes, I think, try to pull the kid out of their residence. One of my things, so you have a Lego bonsai tree? I am mega jealous. I've been looking at that thing forever. I want that thing so bad. So I was a volunteer at the retirement home. I just kind of did whatever anybody wanted me to do. And I ended up doing all sorts of weird stuff. I would sweep the back porch. I would run, like, movie nights. I did all sorts of weird stuff there. It was cool. It was a great job. I loved it. I was treated with a really high amount of respect there, which I guess was because they weren't paying me. But it was really nice. It was one of the nicest jobs I've ever worked. When you get that old, you have to celebrate 3 more months of being healthy, for sure. For sure. But one of the things that I did a lot when I was there, this is looking good. I was always asked to do the morning exercise with everybody. So we would go set up in a new place every day because they wanted variety. Variety was the name of the game at this place. And we would set up in a new place every single day, and we would get chairs, and everybody would sit in the chairs because we didn't do standing exercises. I stood because, I don't know, I was a 16-year-old kid. But they all sat in their chairs, and I got up in front, and I screamed because nobody could hear. I screamed at the top of my lungs, and I was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. And I had a lady who kind of gave me some ideas of what I should be doing. But after like the first 2, they were like, you just do whatever you want. I don't care. I was like, okay. And so what we would do is we would do like your basic like stretches, the kind that you see the Japanese people do in the morning. You know, if everyone's seen those videos. We did all our weird stretches. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Wow, perfect timing. Oh man, did you hear that crack? Oh, I needed that after the stress that I went through trying to set up stream. Okay, so we would do all these weird stretches, you know, just the basic like moving and getting the neck going and all this sort of stuff. And then we would just role play. And it was so cute, so funny, so sweet. And people that were not the most cool people would still role play pretty hard. And so the big one, the one that I remember the most, is I would be like, okay, everybody, what's your favorite model of car? And every single one of them would be like, a Rolls Royce. And they would say, Rolls Royce. Okay, now I want you to hold onto the steering wheel of the Rolls Royce. Can you picture the steering wheel of the Rolls Royce? Yes. And they all said yes. And then we would pretend to drive. And I'd be like, left turn, right turn, left turn, brake. And they would do it. And they looked so enthusiastic. It was like the best classroom of kids you've ever wanted in your life. They were so sweet about it. They were so cool about it. I don't know. They were just bored, I guess. But it was lovely. It was a very cute experience. So, you know, be kind to your elderly. There's a certain point, you know, there's older people that hate younger people because they just want to preserve their way of life and they don't care about anybody else. But there's a certain point where you get old enough and you become sort of reliant on other people enough where people just really want, like, connection. And I think giving people that connection is really crucial. I just got bonked by Collision. Collision, you love bonking. You're a bonker. You're bonkers. Okay, so that's not the worst looking thing I've ever seen in my life. So let's do the wispy little bits. Okay, so we need like a snake hook, but we want to do kind of really weird stuff. Is that gonna work? That doesn't look right. No, you would never do it like that. You would want to do like a little swirl. Oh, okay, so something that I struggle with in 3D modeling is replicating things that artisans, professionals, in other crafts do. Like, somebody that makes bonsai trees, they're just a 3D modeler for trees. Like, they're just somebody that does tree 3D modeling. Trying to replicate what they do is really tough. Because they have way more tools at their disposal than I do. Like, they have a whole craft determined towards, like, doing that thing. I don't. When I'm doing this, I have to approximate their own, like, efforts. So we're going to do our best here, but I have a feeling we're going to get a little blown out halfway through this. Which is fine. If I was trying to compete with people who make bonsai trees, I would be worth a lot more money than I am right now. So let's not stress those details too much. Let's accept the world that we live in right now. At the end of the day, this is a silly little Inktober prompt. I'm not going to try and reinvent the wheel here in front of everybody. But you better believe I'm going to give it my best shot. Because I love reinventing the wheel. That's kind of my MO. That's my serial killer card that I leave behind is reinventing the wheel. Reinvent the square? Okay, we can reinvent the square. Let's do that. I think squares should... I didn't think this one through. What would I want squares to be? You know, if I'm really reinventing the square, I hate to say this. I know everyone's is gonna huh in chat when I say this. I know everyone's gonna think I'm a delinquent for saying this, but I'm gonna say it. If I got to redo the world, if I got to redo everything, this is what I think a square should be. This is a square. This is my square. That's a square. If I redid it, that's what a square is. In fact, I would not do this. I would do a equilateral triangle. You put two of them together and you get our modern square. Because at the end of the day, everything is made up of triangles. Like, I know that's like 3D modeler talk, and like I'm definitely bought into the system and all that, but genuinely, everything is a triangle. Cue the whistling. He said something crazy. Cue the whistling. Brain dead. It's common sense if you heard after in math. Hey, how does Inktober work? Okay, so Inktober is you do a drawing or a sketch or a model or what every single day. If you Google it, there is an official website for Inktober where they give you prompts, but you can honestly just do whatever you want. But the reason I'm doing prompts is, oh, that leads me to my next discussion topic, by the way. The reason I'm doing it is so that I can put it on Instagram, and that way I can connect with people a little bit more easily. But you can do it however you want, honestly. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm doing the official one instead of my own custom one because I want to be able to like reference what other people are working on. We're all in the point game right now. Should I come up with something for everybody to do with their points while we're not doing raffles? Should I be thinking about points now? This looks terrible. That's not how this should work. That's a straight nah. That's not the answer I was expecting I was going to get. I think usually when I suggest ideas in chat, people are always like, yes, more, more, more. I think that's like the general rhythm of Twitch, right? Is more, more, more at all times. Well, I don't know what I would add if I added something, so I don't think it's for me to decide. If anybody has any good ideas for what you would like to spend your points on, by all means. I really wish points and channel points just got combined into one thing. Just channel points are so limited on Twitch that you have to use Streamlabs points. It's similar to November. It is very similar to November. You got it. Add snack time? Okay, what is snack time? Explain. What the heck is snack time? I know there's some people in chat. Get a cookie. Thank you, Greemall. So I know there's a couple of people who really don't like the idea of people eating on stream. And I kind of get that. I kind of respect that. I'm not the most into like eating on stream. Thank you for the save. Very appreciated. I think if I did a stream, which I doubt I would ever do this, but I think if I did a stream where I'm like, today I'm doing a mukbang. Yeah, I'm going to eat on stream. But I think the chances of that are virtually impossible. The only time I think I'd ever do a mukbang is if I was doing a cooking stream and then I ate the food afterwards. Ponytail? Let's see how good I can do a ponytail right now. Don't have that much hair to make a ponytail with. She's not much. She's not very much. Is the tree going to be a Halloween tree, like a spooky old cranky tree? I can make it spooky. I would like that. A little spooky bonsai? Let's do that. I could live with that. I do have a decent amount of hair. It does get in my face when I'm sleeping, which is the universal sign that it's time to get my hair cut. Okay. I actually like this one a lot more than I like the first one. The more I'm seeing it, the more I'm like, that's cool. This guy works. I think I have to do some rounding on that edge right there, but we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, I have the long hair. It really started when COVID started. I just decided, you know what? I want long hair now. I just got over it. Is this a game asset or just for fun? So, looking at it, it's just for fun. This was just meant to be like a normal something or other. But I think I will probably throw this in if it's good enough. There's no reason not to use more assets. At this point, the amount of assets that I have in this game are going to take me like 3 years to make. So I'm working on getting faster and faster and faster and using more and stuff like that. But yeah, like every little bit's going to count. That's okay. If it was meant to be Paco, that's fine. Okay, so what we want to really do is make these knots. So I need to start thinking in terms of like the veins of the tree. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I got sick before a vacation, and that is how I ended up with a beard. I love that. This looks crazy good. Okay, I'm pleased. Let's make the big branch coming off here. This is the one that we want. So I'm going to start with an elastic, a very small elastic. Looks like it's dabbing. You know what? You almost got me to dab. You almost got me to dab. How dare you? I thought about it. Oh no. We've done 2 stream sneezes. The world is not right. I have to end stream. Are you sick or is it allergies? I was hardcore cuddling my cat a little bit ago, and I am allergic to her a little bit. She's a big old fluffy cat. I should honestly just like cut her fur. Just like make her bald. But I think it's her fur. There's like something in my sinuses since I got sick a couple of weeks ago. So I'm pretty sure it's just that. And I've been trying to clean it out. I've been very like careful with it, but it just won't go away. I don't know what it is. It drives me nuts is what it does. Time for hot wings? Honestly, spicy food probably would help. That's a good thought. Maybe I'll get some spicy stuff. I'm making food tonight, so I might make some real spicy food. I do have soup. Oh, tonight might be a soup night with a lot of pepper in it. I could make like a curry sort of something to mix into the soup, like a red yellow curry. I could do that. That's not a bad idea. Mexican food? Nah, Mexican food doesn't really hurt me at all. Me and Mexican food, we're chill. It has no effect on me anymore. Look at that. That looks so good. Have we done it? Oh yeah, Paco and CQDK have the best Mexican food apparently. So you'll be making some for the rest of the class. I don't know why I refer to everybody as a class all the time. Maybe that's my thing. Everybody on Twitch has a thing. I guess mine is that we have a class. This is the high school anime of 3D modeling. So shout out to that, I guess. Okay. That looks so solid. The 2-time spicy Samyang Buldark spicy chicken roasted noodle can clear your sinuses before you even eat them. What the food that you just said is like a cheat code from a game. That's not a name of a food. That looks super good. This looks really good. Color me pleased at what we are doing. Okay, that's the end of the branch right there. I'm going to post it all out, make sure it stays nice and contained. That looks pretty good. Are they really playing another football game? Maybe it's part of the song. Okay, I don't hear it anymore. I heard drums. And I was like, there is no way. So I ended stream on Saturday. The high school next to me decided to play their 4th football game in a row. 4 days in a row, they played football. 4 days in a row, they made these kids show up to school late and play football. What on earth? What are they thinking? I know everyone's sick of hearing me complain about it, but my gosh, I just can't picture that. That's just the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Who does 4 football games in a row? What a nuts thing to do. I just call it fire chicken. It got a chicken with black hair breathing fire. What? Maybe it's different schools using the field. It might be, but like 4 in a row? It is American football, not soccer. I'll go ahead and give my American opinion on football for just a moment because I think it's relevant. I think the fact that soccer is called football in the rest of the world makes a lot of sense. That makes perfect sense to me. And it should be called football. And our football should not be called football. But the fact that our football does not have a different name that it goes by is the problem. And Americans are far too proud to ever let that happen. So I think we're sort of screwed as far as the names go. But I think soccer really should be called football. But I don't know what to call, quote unquote, American football at that point. Call it rugby. So I've played rugby quite a bit in my life. Very different. Very different sport. Rugby's great. I like rugby a lot. What should it be called if it isn't called American football? If it's not called American football, what would you call it? First off, this tree. Since when could I sculpt? What would you call it? So I would call it Concussion Simulator. Yeah, that's roughly the line I was going down. That's roughly the line of thinking I was going to give it. I would say, yeah, like tackle ball makes a lot of sense. This maybe sounds stupid because it's a font, and the font is not a very good font. But immediately I want to call it Impact. Like, let's play a game of Impact. Oval ball? I don't really stand for that one. That's very funny though. Oval ball is a good answer. Yeah, something like impact or force, collision, something like that would work. Squished ball. No, I wouldn't call it that. Okay, so what are the other sports? Basketball. Perfect name for a sport. Never change it. Soccer, which is football, which is a perfect name. Don't change it. Racquetball. Perfect. Tennis. So, I mean, one of the dumbest ones that I can think of is we call footballs the old pigskin. And so I think calling it pigskin has legs. Ping pong. Ping pong's a perfect name for a sport. Foosball, perfect name for a sport. Handball is invented in Denmark. You know what? That's a very Denmark thing to do. Okay, have I made the most perfect tree in the world? I think I have. Look at these little vines all over it. That looks really good. Dare I say I did it? Dare I say that I've done it on this day? More and more. You know, I was talking about a month ago that I was like not too pleased with my 3D work. I think we've come full circle. I mean, I did immediately after saying that, I did look up a bunch of tutorials and like practice, which lo and behold, practicing actually yields results. But I do feel quite pleased with what we have here. It took me, what, 40 minutes to make this? This is not bad at all, and I've been talking and chilling the whole time. Looks like a creepy old cranky tree. It looks good. It just looks good. It does look creepy. It does look like a scary little tree. Hey, thank you, Tablet Genius. Tablet Genius, always just hanging out. You're so quiet, Tablet Genius. It's a very cool energy you got. So what is the time frame for this cosplay? So I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for you. The moment I get the money for the rabbit ears go on. On the 30th, I'm going to dress up in full on Like, I'm going to fully dress up on the 30th. If we hit the goal, just putting that out there. If we hit the goal, I'm dressing up on the 30th. Just mini design, and yes, it looks very nice. I think it looks like flesh. I think bark definitely looks like flesh. All right, here he goes. Silken Coat's gonna donate. Here we go. Here comes the bunny boy. I think the ears are gonna stay. Unless I get super sick of them or they don't work or something. I think the ears are just staying on. Here I wait. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, by the way, Paco. Oh. Okay. So we got what I would think is a decent looking tree. So let's make some grass real quick before we get too caught up. There it is. Silken Coat, thank you very much. So I think I pass. What are you passing on? What are you passing on? All right, so I'm going to post in the Discord later, although I kind of want to show it off now. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, I see somebody posted their fire noodles. Okay. Miguel Vieira, let's go. Poco? If you're okay with it, I'll just say that it's pronounced Poco. Sorry. Okay, Poco. Poco and CQDK. All right, give me one moment. I'm going to pull something up real fast. I just want to make sure I'm not showing my billing information because it's connected to my billing information. So I have to be very careful where I click this. All right, so here's what I'm looking at. We have two choices. We have a full... I'm not going to show the whole cosplay. Hey, what's up, Beryl? Okay, CQ and Poco. I don't know if I can remember all of that. I'm doing great. We just hit Bunny Boy goal. Okay, here we go. So, we got ourselves a little fuzzy rabbit ear. And they bend, which is nice. I like the bend. Oh, I lost chat. There we go. Okay, so this is one. This is my first one. The second one is this one. Little tiny ones. And I like this color. They come in red, but I prefer this color. So these are the two that I'm working with. Okay? So I'm open for interpretation. I'm going to order these today since we've already gotten the money in. Of the two, you'd say the first? All right, everybody likes the first. So I think the first just wins. Okay, so of these guys, I'm going to order them tonight. I looked for a long time and I found these. I specifically need them to have these clips on them that are facing that direction so they can clip onto my headphones. I'm quiet because I'm shy for my English speaking level. That's okay. I'm happy to have you. You're very sweet in chat. That's the best energy you can give. I wish I had room for video. Downloading goes burr. You know? I'll post it in Discord later for you, Beryl. Okay, so. I did not have them under the desk already. No, I didn't buy them because I wanted the donation before I bought them. So, I have this. I have a full cosplay. Now, the question is, will we be doing a stretch goal? I don't know if that's even on the menu or if that's something we care about, but I am open for ideas. So if we want to go for a stretch goal, I don't even know what would be included in that. But now would be the time to think about that. Also, I'm going to flick this guy up just a little bit. Do you think he needs a tail? I'm not doing a tail. There's no way. I'm not doing a tail because I'm not showing my butt off on stream. You already see my butt enough when I get up to go get water and stuff. You do not need a full shot of my butt. Not needed. I already did the joke where I wrote behind me on a little thing. Minotaur? Don't get people started on Minotaur. I know how all of you feel about monster boys and stuff like that. I know you're all nuts for stuff like that. We've had enough conversations about Bowser and Minotaurs and anthropomorphic horses, and I know what you're all into. Okay, that is pretty good. Cow ears? What, no whiteboard when you bend over with the jokes? How dare you? Do you guys know about Percy Jackson? Yeah. You're talking about the books and the movies? I'm assuming maybe it's like a myth as well? I don't know. It's very Grecian. The books. Yeah, we have them over here. I don't know if they were written here or not, but we definitely have them. Okay, you know what? That's enough. I'm done here. The movies are awful. They're not that bad. Elvis hair. I'm gonna have to root through my dresser and see what all I can put together before I start buying the costume. Because I have some cosplay stuff. I've done cosplay in the past. Okay. I'm thinking I like what we're looking at here quite a bit. Minecraft Steve. I'm not gonna be Minecraft Steve. There's no way. Separate by selection. Okay. Part of me really wants to make this look nuts. How am I gonna make this look crazy? How on the world am I gonna make this like mossy? My dad made me a Plague Doctor costume, and I think I'll ask if I can borrow it for Halloween. Oh, made a Plague Doctor costume. That's dope. That's a cool dad. That's a cool dad. Oh, there we go. Get a little persona in here. Okay, so we got ourselves a little bit of a scoop here. Your dad is cool, no fair? Someone's got to have a cool dad. One of us has to have a cool dad. Okay, so that's going to be my ground texture. I think that's fine enough. Do I even want to put grass on it? I don't know. It does look good. That looks really good. That looks super good. I am quite pleased with this. I don't love that bit right there. Let's clean that up. I guess we should come through here and sharpen this up just a little bit. We're just going to sharpen up a little bit of these guys. Just little bits and bobs. Okay, a little better. Just a little bit better. Okay, let's color all this because we have an hour left, and I think an hour is a good enough amount of time to start thinking about leaves because boy am I scared of these leaves. How in the heck are we going to do leaves? color me scared of these leaves. Okay. We'll get there. Honestly, the geometry is not terrible. It's not great. I still need to redo this, but that's not the worst thing I've ever seen for this sketch. But let's start with our nodes. So we have a very nice looking starting sketch here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is so cool looking. Okay, so let's start with the pot. The pot is definitely the easiest part. It's the part that's the most mainstream to what we're doing. I still don't know what I can be for Halloween. Maybe a Joker? What do you want to be? If anybody's got the creative juice to make whatever they want to make, it's definitely you. You are the person in chat that I would dub the most eligible to pull it off. Here we go. We have a little bit of a glossy boy. I'm going to smudge this gloss a little bit, but for the time being, it's good. You can't be what you want to be. What do you want to be? Why can't you be what you want to be? Is it inappropriate? You could find your old Ghostbusters costume. Or something. Yeah, we have to know what you want to be now. Like, we must know. It is a requirement of chat. You want to be a Minotaur? Why can't you be a Minotaur? What's wrong with being a Minotaur? Thank you for the hydrate. I think we're just going to have a bad camera today. I thought about fixing it earlier, but I decided against it. So this is the camera that we're working with today. Okay, so we got ourselves a little bit of a noise that's going to pop onto our roughness. We're going to go ahead and pop out the back of this guy. Hello? What was that? That was weird. Yeah, what's up with the Minotaur? Why can't you be the Minotaur? Let me look at a Minotaur. Let me look at a picture of Minotaur. Thank you for the save, Tablet Genius. Very appreciated. Let's look at a picture of a Minotaur real quick. I didn't realize how sexual Minotaurs were. They are pretty weird looking. All right. So we're looking at a Minotaur. Let's look. I'm not going to click that one. We got a Minotaur. If I'm being fully honest, all you really need to do is to get a fake nose ring. Just get a little bit of wire, bend it, make sure you sand down the edges so you don't cut the inside of your nose. Do that. Make some horns. Maybe make some ears. And you could just go like that. The armor is extra. I know you like the armor, but like you could just start there. You have to do these horns though. That's the cool horn. All the cool Minotaurs have the curved horns. That's not hard at all. I could do this. Honestly, if you have a little bit of wire, you got ears? Okay, you just make the horns and the little nose ring. Yeah, exactly. Kizen's got the right idea. All right. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. So we're going to lower this scale down quite a bit to make that pattern. And then we're going to up our little distortions here to 0.8, I think is good. And then we're going to up that detail just a little bit. That is pretty good looking. And now what we want to do is just make sure that it is not white at the top. So 0.7 will do. There you go. That to me is a pretty good looking little porcelain bowl. Let's do the colors because I'm a sucker for it right now. Part of me wants to do this. This is a dumb idea. Don't do what I'm doing. Just never do what I'm doing if you're 3D modeling. Just never do it. Do not follow my advice. I'm getting a job. I need to make the best Minotaur. I'm getting a job. I need to make the best Minotaur. What do you mean? What does that mean? You need a job in order to afford it? Because if that's the case, just do it the bad way first. Like, being obsessed with perfection is an artist's worst enemy. That's what kills creativity. There is the old expression. The old expression in the industry is done is better than perfect. And what that means is you shouldn't try and make, or you shouldn't like not try to make things perfect, but you should do your best to get things done. Like if you make the world's best book, but it's 90% done and you never release it, guess what? It's not the world's best book. You didn't actually release it. It doesn't count, doesn't get to be the best. I made the feet out of stuff I found in a dumpster. I love that. That has the best energy. If someone's not a perfectionist at CQ, what a call out. What a hard call out. Do I like that look? Do we like the way this looks? I think I like the way that looks. I'm gonna keep it like that. I know I make some random unfinished stuff. Okay, well good. That's good for your creativity. In Tibet, there's Buddhists. But I'm not used to seeing the pots chipped. Okay, let's not do it then. It's only one extra thing that I have to export anyway, so if we don't need a bump map, let's not use a bump map. There's no reason to export things that we don't need. Okay, let's do this part. In Tibet, there are Buddhists that do this thing that I was taught as a kid. There are these Buddhists that make sand sculptures. They make like, you know, mantras. They call them mantras, but they're really just like little murals. They make little murals out of sand. And when they're done, they just throw them out. They just get rid of them. They just sweep them up and they take the sand and they put it back in their little jars to make more sand later. And there's something so nice about that. What are we crying about? What are we upset about? Oh, we like the chip pot. Too bad. That is a too bad. Hey, we got a combo. That's the first time that's happened. Okay, so now you are aware that combos are a thing. If people do the same emote over and over and over again, chat or my bot keeps track of it and tries to assign people like combos. So it's just a little thing that it does to try and engage people. Okay, well, we're definitely in crazy territory all of a sudden. This should look a little bit more normal. No. Okay, that's a good look. That's the one we want. Okay, so that is not bad. Here we go. Here comes the combo time. Is it showing up on stream with the little emote wall? It should do. I need to change the background of this to match this as well so you can see it floating down here. Didn't think about that. I did not think about that. Okay, so we got some little rainbowy textures here. Should be all right. What I want to do is maybe go more on the purple side and the red. Yes, that's the one. That's the look right there. And now we're going to take you and make you really pale, like 0.8. Okay, that to me is good enough. It's a little harsh. Look at us getting these combos going. This is, I can't wait for chat to be actually unusable. I don't like the way that looks right there. Okay, so let's fix this. There we go. That looks a little better. You can't send the same message? Hey, Simo! Simo, how are you? It's been a hot minute, Simo. That looks just like my mug. I love that look. The only thing I think I would add to this is I think it shouldn't be perfectly white. I think I prefer it looking something like that. Last week at the quote-unquote old job. All right, so you got the interview for the other job going well. You're good. You're ready to start. That looks great. That looks good. This is it. That's perfect. Look how perfect that looks. Wow, that looks good. Wow. Yeah, okay, I can't see any problems with it. I see a little bit of artifacting down here, but honestly, I don't care. If I lower the distortion, it's not going to make a difference. If I lower the roughness, that's actually the answer right there. Lower the roughness. Let's do a 0.5 on that roughness, and that is pretty good. There we go. That's the one right there. Excellent. It's like a pearl pot, basically. You make a good pearl? Thank you. Oh, chat is going nuts. I am so glad. I hate seeing Trello board notifications with work tasks at 10 o'clock at night when the boss updates them. Yeah, it's a yikes. I love Trello though. Let me give a big shout out to Trello. If you're not using Trello, get on Trello. If you're an artist and you need some help thinking about how to work on things, get on Trello. It is wonderful. Trello is so lovely. Okay, so we're going to call this Warm Pearl. I'm going to call this Tree Trunk. I'll do tree trunks. I have a week of vacation and then I am off to a better job. Very nice. I'm proud of you, Simo. That's some good energy. That's what you like to see. Life is all about moving on the gradient forward. It's all about having little growth. Okay, so we're going to pop this into our object settings. That should be decent. No. Okay, it's not decent. How are you? I haven't been able to catch much of your streams lately. You're fine. I don't blame you at all. I've been better. I've been doing all right. I got sick. And then I decided to eat healthier and start working out a little bit more. And now I'm just thinking about what comes next. And for the time being, we're doing Inktober. All right, Poco's off to render for a little bit. Oh, that's it. That looks great. Okay, so the problem is the wave texture is so low poly for some reason. That's pretty good. Okay, let's try and make as few of these circles as possible. The goal is to let it go up the tree instead of around the tree. For whatever reason, I think spherical will be good, but I don't know. We'll have to test it out and see first. That does not look terrible. Let's go with this one. So we're going to up that distortion to like a 5. We're going to up the detail quite a lot. So we're definitely getting the texture we want, but it's looking a little too weird for me. 0.75. Nope, I'm starting to think that wave is not correct. It doesn't look bad. That doesn't look terrible. It's a little choppy, which I don't love. And that's because we're using normals per face, so it's doing it per face, which is a little obnoxious. It does make it look like it's kind of beat up, though, in a cool way. What kind of texture coordinates are you using? We are using normals. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to follow the quads up. UVs isn't working, and I think UVs aren't working because I actually don't have UVs set up. So let's do that real quick. How do I... There we go. Solid. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this like 1,000 times, but I just want to see if I can get it to work right now. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I wanted UVs. Yes. Smart. Bada boom. Not gonna work. Okay. Cube project is disgusting. Cylinder project is terrible. Sphere project does not like it. Follow active quads. I will never understand how that works. Let's try this to start with. We're still going to have little cuts, but we should have less cuts than we do with normal. That looks pretty good. Do we see any noticeable seams? You really need to learn to actually UV unwrap? Yeah, I'll add it to my infinitely growing list of things to learn. I agree with you, for sure. It's just, how many things do I have on my plate? If you have a tutorial in mind, I would love to have that posted on the Discord, because I am working towards whatever comes next. I am kind of in the tutorial mindset right now. So I would gladly take some tutorials. Do you have a side gig? Maybe Red can hire you? There it is. It's been said. Me and all my infinite money. The bunny boy. The bunny boy himself. Why is that doing that? That is cool. From a distance, that actually looks really good. If you get up close, there's some weird things, but I think I'm not going to worry about it right now. We're going to re-topo this at one point, and until we do that, I don't think I care too much. Oh, I see what that is. Nope, 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 we have a problem. We do have a problem. There we go. That should remedy the problem just a little bit. It does. It looks pretty good. You only have a couple of these lines if you look direct on, but they don't look bad, so I will take it. That's the one right there. Part of me wants to take this and do rotation, and I think this is going to be the worst thing you've ever seen. Yeah, it's a bad idea. Don't do that. No time for side gigs. I have been so busy with work that I really hasn't even been time for my own art. Yeah, that's definitely a worry. That is definitely a worry sometimes. Okay, let's go ahead and build the tree. That's a big sad for sure. You gotta do what you gotta do, though. Simo, I'm proud of you. I know you don't need me to be proud of you, but I'm proud of you. Okay, let's go ahead and build out our tree. So we have 45 minutes to make leaves work, which is going to be a yikes. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Look at these little bits that we have everywhere. It's interesting how they sequence kind of nice, but then they don't play nice with color. Post a video on UVs on Discord. Thank you very much, Simo. Very, very appreciated. That is super nice. Okay, let's go ahead and throw on a Musgrave. Is this gonna work? I don't know. I do not know. Oh, he really doesn't like it. Oh, it's because we used UVs. Yes, yes, yes. Chill. Chill, we got it. We can do this. Okay, I'm going to add a mapping node to this to give us a stretched look, maybe a little bit of a rotation on there as well. But the goal is really to go high detail, low of that. And then we're going to stretch her. Not bad. Not bad. That is pretty good looking. Let's stretch it a little bit more to try and get this guy rotated in the direction we want. Why is it only rotating in that direction? That doesn't make any sense to me. What? Why is it not rotating? What is happening? Put this at 1. Oh, I see. I see. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. That was more along the lines of what I was looking for. Honestly, is it perfect? No. Is it good enough for my purposes? I think so. I think she's pretty good looking. There's some really good little bits in here. What we should do is probably throw a noise texture in here. Let's do that real quick. Color me not upset with this though. This is pretty pleasing. Tell you what, to keep our nodes in the right order, we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and grab a noise. Noise is going to connect to object with vector up to here, and you come down to here. And we're going to do probably a divide or a difference. Off the top of my head. Okay, here we go. Is it going to do literally nothing? What? You're really just going to do nothing. Why are you doing nothing? Okay, let's not divide. Let's do difference. I want to see these little spinny bits. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Huh. Isn't that weird? Why is it not catching as much as we want it to? You can see little bits of it, but it's really not pulling up as much as you want it to. So I guess we'll try a multiply. It's the exact opposite of what I thought would work, but if it works, it works. If it works, it works. No, it doesn't want to work at all. What is happening? What is going on here? Weird. Weird. Okay, you know what? I can live with this. I think it's done. I think we're done thinking about it. Now we're going to grab our colors. So we come down to here and we want a light inner sort of bark color and an outer sort of bark color. So boom and boom. Your sub notifications aren't working. Is it the Twitch thing where they like go like post your notification and it won't work? Because that's been platform wide for a little bit now. It's very annoying. Because I was struggling with that on Joe's channel. I was trying to sub to Joe the other day, and it was just like, nah, you can't. You're not allowed. I was like, why? Please, let me do this. You know what? The more I look at this, the more I'm like, what if we just did the noise? You were able to sub, but it just wouldn't post? Yeah, that's annoying. It didn't do a chat notification or anything? Look at that. Why is it doing that? Oh, there's a lot of weird stuff going on here that I don't love. This has become quite an issue, hasn't it? Okay, so we have what should be our correct texture, but really doesn't want to work. Do do do. No 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 no. Yeah, it just looks not good. Why is it doing this? Why are you like this? Why are you giving me so much trouble? Well, this is a rare example where the noting is hard, but the sketching or the sculpting was not. Kind of a weird role reversal from what we're used to. But, you know what? I'm going to call that it for just now. We can delete these guys. These guys are dead. All right. That's all I'm going to think about with the nodes right now. We're going to focus on the actual, like, bigger picture stuff. Although I should make it less specular, because trees aren't that specular in my understanding. And the specular tint should be better. Maybe not that high, maybe 0.6. And from a distance, that's a tree. Close up, not so much. Not so much what we're looking for. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's do more with this. Let's make this pattern down here. Okay, so moss. What does moss look like? When we think of moss, I think it's going to come all down to the height map. So we're going to go with a nice little bump. We're going to do our best to nail this one. It's going to be a noise. If you think about what it looks like, you need reference. I have reference sitting right next to me. I'm just visualizing. In fact, I'm not going to do a noise texture. I'm going to do a smooth to F1 Vernoi. Because I have a feeling that's going to work pretty well. And we want a Musgrave. And I think that's it. So we're going to do just... Hello? We're going to do just the Vernoi first. Scale that. Pop it on over here. Plug in the object data. Okay, it's showing. It's showing. Smooth to F1. We get some rocky little bumps. Oh, it looks so good. So that's color. What is distance? It's perfect. It's like literally perfect. Yeah, that is just about perfect looking. Cool. Okay, so let's do the Musgrave now. So the Musgrave gave us basically the exact same texture. We're going to just lower it down just a little bit. Maybe not that much. 1.4, and we're going to do Lachronicity down just a little bit. I kind of just want it to look a little bit more random than the other one. A 2 on the Lachronicity looks good to me. We got a little scoop there, that'll do. Should be fine. Next up, we're going to go ahead and do a mix RGB. Using distance. And what we want is a multiply at max. Honestly, that's pretty nice. I think that looks pretty good. Nope. Okay, let's go back to linear light. Linear light was the one. Okay, you're done. Now I'm going to take you and we're going to grab just the top of this and do a little GZ and push this guy on up just a bit. That's not bad. Okay, cool. Now we get it looking like dirt. So what I want to do is probably grab the Musgrave, throw on some color. So, off the top of my head, I think what we really need is the moss and the dirt. Which, luckily, we have both the colors right here, nice and easy. Although, it probably would be a little bit cooler if I did 3 colors. So, let's do 3 of them. There we go. 3 nice colors. And now we're going to choose our divisions correctly so we can get them nice and tight. That does not look good. Hello? Why does that look so spotty? Weird. I don't know why it looked so weird. Huh. Let's not do 1D. That's a terrible idea. Do not do 1D. Okay, maybe we do want lachronicity. I was thinking we did not want to worry about lachronicity, but I was wrong. So lachronicity it is. We're gonna do a whole bunch of green. Boy, that does not look good, does it? Alright, we've done goofed it. I thought we were onto something. I thought we had it. Also, I'm taking my ponytail down. Boy, what happened there? I already know what Simo's gonna say, but I don't know how to solve it for myself. I think we want to get rid of this. Instead, we want to try doing like a 50-50 on these guys, and maybe we want to spiral it in with a noise texture. What am I going to say? For sure, 100%. Oh, wait, we use generated coordinates. No wonder. Okay. I don't know why that was the setting that it was turned on. Well, that makes a world of difference. I can go back to what I was doing earlier. Wow. Wow, that's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. Okay, well, we fixed it, is what we did. Simo, you were going to say that the grass is not part of the color, and instead you add the grass on top of a dirt texture. I know you well enough to know that's what you were going to say. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Okay, that's my dirt. I kind of want to give it higher scoops, valleys, all that sort of stuff. And the way I'm going to do that is I am going to take one of these and change one of these. Does this do anything? Does this have a use, this Vernoi? It really doesn't. Okay, so I think we want to try more of the Vernoi now that we're here. Yeah, I'm starting to not like the way the Vernoi looks. So we're going to switch out the Vernoi for a noise. Like I should have done right from the get-go, but I was stubborn. What else is new? So we're going to pop you up. We're going to push you down into here. There we go. We're going to get that detail higher. Hey, what's up, Rat Lord? I saw you were streaming right before I started. Hope your stream went well. Okay, there we go. That looks a little better to me. Add just a little bit of distortion to give it that sort of articulation that we want. And then we start adding some linear light to barely creep up on this thing. Wow, that goes way too quick. Whoa, da, 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 da. Ba da ba 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 ba. I don't know how much it wants to do this, but that's probably going to be the point that I stop it, just so we have these little bits that look like they're different, even if they aren't. So let's call it there. That looks decent enough to me. Is it my favorite texture in the world? No. But it'll do. Sure. That'll be just fine. There we go. There's a small part of me that wants to lower the detail on here by just a little bit. I think that's going to give us the results we want. Okay, I'm calling it there. That is decent enough looking. Is it the best thing I've ever seen? No, but it'll work. All right, so we just fixed our UVs. Let's go ahead and ruin them again because I realized that I should have done this while I was sculpting earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out little bits. We're going to do some little guys down in here. Okay, so we push all that down, nice and easy. Then we're gonna bulk it all up, get it looking nice, get it looking cool. Okay, I think we can work with this. Just gonna connect a few of these pieces together to really get that viney look going. And otherwise, I think we are getting golden. Now, some of you might be looking at this and saying, hey, that root looks a little bit big to be fitting in this pot. You're right. Why am I projecting that onto you all? I don't know, but you're correct. That is true. Okay, so that's going to be that, and then we're going to go ahead and just break in here just a little bit. Get these guys feeling kind of cool and articulate. And now I'm going to smooth all of this out. Looks like a weird little cleft foot, but I will take it. A little hooved creature. That's just going to be a little Easter egg for all of us. There we go. There we go. That is not half bad. We push it down just a little bit to give it a little bit of space. And I'm going to say that is a tree. Does it look weird? It looks a little bit like it's a dude sitting on a tree. But I'm okay with that energy. This is a bonsai. They can do whatever they want, right? Okay, actually, the more I'm looking at it, the more I realize that they actually... the way that they make bonsais is they try to get the root to go flat into the sand like this. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's probably a little bit more realistic. The cleft foot I like. Why not? It's just interesting. It's bizarre. And shall I put one on the back? Let's put one on the back, and then we're going to call it. And then comes the time to think about how on earth we're going to make leaves, which I am not excited for. Okay, so we're up and we're out, and we are looking all around here. Let's go down even more. Thank you. Get all the way down there. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to say that looks really good. I messed up my UVs, which, oh well. But it looks pretty good. Oh. Okay. Time for leaves. The part that I am scared of. But you can only be scared of things for so long. Eventually you do have to conquer your demons. And today I guess we are going to try. So what the heck does a leaf look like? They are tiny. They're so small and they're very desaturated. What about this one? Oh, they're like bristles. Okay. Okay. I think I can make that. I think I can do that. Let's go ahead and make a single leaf. You got this. You got this. Chill. Chill, chill, chill. You can do this. We're gonna make a little bristle. Depends on what type of bonsai. There are coffers and there are maples and a few others, I think. This is true. I'm going to do whatever one is in the picture because I am too out of my depth to be able to do it correctly, I think. Okay, so that is the first part of the leaf. Let's grab it. Let's apply scale. Let's go back. Let's add a little bisection right here. And here is my thought process. I want to say that's a leaf. I want to say that is one leaf right there. I want to be careful not to get too caught up in doing like high geometry sort of stuff. So I think that's going to be our leaf, just full stop. I might even take it upon myself to merge the bottom here and just have it intersect the tree fully. This isn't gonna work. Oh, that works. Why does that work? You know what? That only works because we're assuming tries. So let's do that, and we're just gonna have the try be what it is. Because realistically, that's a try right there. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we made some assumptions about how a leaf works. If I were crazier, I would put a bevel on it, but we're definitely not doing that. Okay. Excuse me. So what I have to do is cover this thing with hair. Wow, this is crazy. I would totally make the needles by just a bunch of icospheres and making a texture that looks like, that makes them look like small bunches of needles. Boy, I wish I knew how to do that, Simo. That sounds great. I do not understand how an icosphere would do that. Let's visualize that for just a moment. I throw on an icosphere of 3. Sure, why not? I doubt you want to use 3, but I'm just doing 3 so I can visualize. I put leaves on there. You can procedurally generate them using geonodes, but that'd be a pain in the butt. I don't understand how you would project a 2D image on here that looks right. You know what? I'm going to go with my first inclination. We'll think about how to make this better next time. Yeah, we know Simo loves his geonodes. Oh, I'm dying. Wow, that one snuck up on me. Okay, so we got to make ourselves some leaves. How in the heck are we going to do this? See the problem? Okay, I have one problem with bonsai trees. You can't see the branches that the leaves are on at all. Like, where are the leaves coming from? It's very weird looking. So here's what I'm going to guess. We're going to come in here. We're going to sculpt this. We're going to sculpt that just a little bit. Tiny little guy. Here's what I'm guessing. It looks like that. I love the snake hook. Snake hooks are so fun. Okay, so I'm guessing that's what it looks like. So I'm gonna have to paint this with a weight paint, and then we're gonna let Bob be your uncle, as we say. Okay. Let's get that feeling right. And boy, I wish I could stop sniffling. That would be lovely. You know what? I'm going to throw my cat in a dumpster. Is what I'm going to do. If she's going to keep making me sick, she's out. Is that going to be enough? Because I feel like that's definitely not enough. Please don't. Nope, too late. I've already decided. I've picked out the dumpster and everything. Too late. She's gone. Boo doo 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 doo. There are plenty of people that would love a cuddly cat. Nope. She's in the dumpster. She's gone. She's out. She's been fired. She got demoted from cuddle buddy to trash. Which honestly, that's just the rhythm of things. Is that going to be enough for the leaves to work? I think that might be all right. Should I practice before I do more? Yeah. Do I want to? No. Okay, we're going to call this leaf. cylinder is our dirt. Cylinder number 2 is our pot. Potty is what I just said, but sure, it'll work. I'm pretty okay with our cube at this point. I can get rid of you. And let's do some painting. Okay, so this is going to be abysmal. This is not going to work correctly. I'm just now seeing it, and I know this is definitely not going to work, but we're going to give it a shot nonetheless. So, sure. I think a part of me being sneezy, just putting this out there, is it is getting a little bit colder out, which is lovely, finally. But I need to change my AC settings, because it is getting colder in the house. So I probably need to go do that after stream. So we'll see. Okay. That should be just fine. So when you look at a bonsai tree, there's only a few parts that even have, like, leaves coming off of them. So we're just going to do very sparse amounts of leaves here. Like here and here should be fine. Okay, so let's go and throw some hair on here. And we're going to do just like that. The hair is going to render as an object, and the object is going to be leaf. Oh, it already looks pretty decent. Is it the best thing I've ever seen? No. Not even close. But it works. You can't hear right now, but what is this creation? It is a bonsai. Why can't you hear? Am I muted? I guess I'm asking everybody but Ratlord if I'm muted, but yes, it's a bonsai. Okay, just Silk, or just Ratlord. Okay, you got it. Looking at this, I think we want to take our leaf and shrink him down. And get this guy looking a little bit on the small side. And what I'm going to do, actually, is grab the edit. GZ. Hello? I changed its object of origin, but it didn't do very much. Thank you for the stretch. That feels great. Man, do not forget to stretch. If you're at the computer, do not forget to stretch. It feels so great. Okay, so here's what we're up to. I'm going to grab this. We're going to scale this all to the correct size. See, the problem is you don't see these little bits when you're actually looking at a bonsai tree. They don't do this. You can't see the ends of it. They kind of flake up. No. Weird. I think it's going to have to do, though. I think this is my best attempt at a bonsai, if I'm being perfectly honest. So I think we're going to do that. You should make fluffy cloud instead of needles. I like that idea a lot. I like that idea a lot. Oh, gosh. How would I do that? Oh, I love that idea. I really like that idea. You know what? Sure. Sure, sure, sure. Let's give it a shot. Let's just give it a shot for just a second and see what it does for us. So here comes Simo's Icospheres, finally. Okay. Like, you have to be really close to the bonsai to see individual leaves? You do, yes. This is true. I have to do some magic work to get the alphas to work correctly on this, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let's go ahead and round out some of this. Especially that guy. Especially that guy. Okay, so that's going to be an interesting little guy right there. Will this work? I don't know. But it is an interesting idea. I do like the idea. So let's do another one. We did a UV sphere this time, but what difference is it going to make? It does not matter. Okay, let's go to sculpt. We're going to redo it. I realized that we just messed up our scaling, so let's go back and re-topo it again. There we go. Oh, wait, you already said that. I was about to read what you said again. Look at that. Not half bad. How much time do we have? We have 5 minutes. If I go over, I go over. I'm not that worried about it today. But so far, I'm loving the way it looks. Okay, now we're going to grab it and smooth the whole thing out just a little bit. Let little bits and pieces come out a little bit, I think. There's no reason not to. Okay, that should do. I'm okay with that one sticking out, but maybe I don't like this one sticking out, so I'm just going to do that real quick. And little cloudy bonsai. If I'm being extra nuts, I'll add one more right on the back. We'll add a guy right here. Okay, we'll sculpt him, and we'll make him just a little bit bigger and weirder. Just a little bit. Okay, boom. Look at that. Look at that. Not half bad. Now we're going to take it and just round them out a little bit. Looking respectable. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, now we gotta make them look like clouds. Okay. Nodes. We pop it here, and we're gonna grab clouds. First thing I'm gonna do is turn on alpha mode. That looks not good. I don't even have transmission turned on. Why is it doing that? Okay, let's... Here's what we need to do. Oh, I'm dying. Okay, so we have it a little bit see-through. Let's switch on over to Alpha Blend to get that weird look. Oh, that looks so bad. Okay, so it has to be alpha hashed. Boom, boom, boom. Link those materials. Okay, we're back, and we're going to throw on a layer weight because I'm obsessed, and it's literally the best way to solve any problem you've ever had, and it doesn't convert to anything, so you shouldn't do it, but I do it. Cool. Now I can grab you and drop you down to like a 0.7. Take you and drop you up to like a 0.2. She'll do. All right, we're going fast. Speed, speed, speed. Speed's the name of the game. I kind of want to add a weird little texture on here, but we'll get there when we get there. So let's do a bump. And let's see, what kind of bump do we want? We've been messing with a lot of bumps today. I don't know what sounds good. A Verneuil sounds amazing. Okay, we want a smooth to F1. Probably going to invert it. Okay. I don't like the way that looks. If a Verneuil fails you, use a noise texture. This is the perfect music for what's going on right now. I feel like I'm doing a race. I feel like I'm actually about to win like $1,000 if I do this quick enough. Okay, we've applied scale to all of them. There we go. That's more along the lines of what I want. We're gonna take that, drop that down, make it look nice and subtle. Okay, now what we need to do is plug this into here to give this a little bit of weirdness to it. That should link them all together and make them feel cohesive. Please. You got it. You got it. Okay. Looking pretty good. Okay. That is pretty cool looking. Now we got to make it look like a color. So I'm going to maybe get this kind of mystical looking. There's a big part of me that wants this to be like blue. Which color is the predominant color? Black or white? Come on. Okay, so white is the predominant color. So we're going to do... Is that too weird? Is that too weird? That feels a little too weird for me. Let's grab you and drop your saturation down quite a bit. In fact, if I grab this and go higher... We're officially out of time, but honestly, I'm just going to keep going for it. Is that weird looking? Does that look way too weird? Also, I need to grab my bonsai and reproject our UV. Perfect. Okay. I think that's maybe where I'm going to call it. Does it look good? I don't know about that one. A lot of pieces of it look good, but as a whole, I don't know if I love the way this thing looks. Shall I make it green? Let's try making it green. Let's try just making it green and see what happens. I hate to do this, but I think this is correct. I know we've done this 1,000 times already, but I think this is the right answer. I kind of wish Blender just had more texture nodes. I know everybody wants 1,000 things from Blender, and Blender's probably like sick of, you know, people suggesting ideas for them. But honestly, I kind of live off of them. That's kind of a cool look. That is kind of a cool look. Okay, I think we've done it. I think we turned it into something interesting at the very least. Honestly, I think I'm kind of in on this. It's just weird enough, and I am just done enough for it to all work together. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to our main, and I'm going to add some little wispy bits to this, and then I'm going to call it. Look at that. Okay. Hey, Mr. Six. Mr. Six, always showing up right before we're done. I love it. It's got great energy. Mr. Six, how you doing? Okay, we got that all set. What about you? No. Hello? This guy in the back is also going to be pulled. How am I? I'm okay. I think I can't complain too much. Life is just, you know, always weird, always throwing little bits at you. It's impossible to keep up with life. Every time you think you got it, something weird happens. You can never get your ducks in a row. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay. Your turn. Okay, I think that's good enough for me. Let's grab you two. We're done with you. We can only do our best, and the rest can't be predicted. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. All right, I think this is my weirdo-looking bonsai tree done. Did I make this thing look as weird as humanly possible? Sure did. Do I want to fix more about it? Sure do. Do I want to take this and invert these colors? Boy, do I. Oh, that's better. That's better. That's better. Okay, cool. We have a ghostly, weird-looking object here. And it's going to be that perspective that we look at it. Okay, so let's pop a camera on here, and we'll go ahead and get a pic. So I'm going to go ahead and move this camera back. We're going to do a little bit of GY, GX, GZ, just a little bit, GY, GX. There we go. There she is. Just a strange little thing. Thank you, Tablet Genius. I'm happy with a lot of it, but it's missing things. It's missing a lot of weird stuff, which is fine. It's fine. It's a fine little thing that I've made, but it could do with a little facelift. If I were going to try and sell this or something, I would change a lot. But it's just stuff I don't get, right? Like, UVs are tough for me. There we go. That's going to be him for the time being. Cool. Now we're going to put it into actual rendered view. I'm going to come up with a background for this thing later, but for the time being, that will be how it looks. So that is me. Done. Thank you, everybody. Also, shout out to the donators for finishing Rat Boy. And by Rat Boy, I definitely meant Bunny Boy. Rat Lord got me flustered. I'm going to go ahead and purchase that today. Should be here later in the week. No worries. I'm going to go ship you all off to raid somebody now that we're here. So, you know, as I always say, you don't have to stay. You don't have to, you don't have to be an active participant or anything, but just go show them a little bit of love. Ratlord is streaming right now. Why is Ratlord lurking in chat while she's streaming? What? Makes no sense. Raid Ratlord? We'll raid Ratlord. What weird energy is that? What on earth is going on with Ratlord? There's somebody I will never understand. All right, so I am off to raid Ratlord. So I will check you all next time.